Hello, everyone. My name is Kerr, and I've been invited back by the Dean to speak to all the theater and drama majors about my story of success. I am a professional actor who is currently working on Broadway. It will be my pleasure to tell you about what I did in college and during my professional career to get to the place I am now. When I was in college at Valencia, I came to understand my personal, academic, and overall purposes in my new student experience class. My overall purpose was to be a happy and successful person. After realizing this, I was able to connect my purpose to my career and career goals, and it helped me to understand how I fit in my desired job. I was able to connect my purpose to other things as well, including my values, interests, and strengths. It is connected to all of these things because when I fulfilled my values and interests, I used my strengths to my advantage and found that I was happier and more successful. I know that my purpose was matched to my career goals as well. In my career, I'd wanted an accepting work environment where the work I did would be appreciated. Because I was invested in my goals and genuinely interested in my career, I was sure to be a happy and successful person. But how exactly did I become a professional actor? It started in college when I began to audition for any role I could find in order to build up my resume. I auditioned for shows by small theater companies and community theaters. I even did small gigs like commercials or found work doing backstage technical jobs. I also acted in shows at my college so I could have direction and feedback from my teachers. Eventually, I was able to hire an agent who helped me to audition for things that really mattered and who gave me a wide variety of connections. Through my agent, I was able to audition for a popular musical that traveled all over the country. I got in as an ensemble member, but being part of the musical was still a huge honor. Because I was in the musical, I got a lot more attention from professional theater companies. I did some more shows in these theaters and then traveled to New York to audition for Broadway shows. The first few times, I didn't make it. But eventually, I found a small ensemble role in a musical. After that show ended, I auditioned for my next show and landed a supporting role, which is where I am now. It's pretty busy being an actor. I have 8 shows a week, 1 show each day except for Saturdays, which includes a matinee performance as well as the regularly scheduled show. And on top of that, I have to rehearse every day, but it's all very fun and exhilarating. I realize that most of you don't know what workforce skills are needed to be an actor, if there are any, but there are. As an actor, I need to be engaging to an audience, have the ability to memorize lines, and be responsive and open to a director. These seem like obvious skills, but it can be really helpful to know what is expected of you during an audition. When I took that new student experience course I spoke about earlier, I was asked to conduct a career interview. I was absolutely honored to be able to interview one of my personal heroes of Broadway, Susan Egan, who starred in the original cast of Beauty and the Beast as Belle. One of the questions I asked her focused on how she managed to get to the place she was, and she told me she had her own manager. That manager helps her to set up for auditions and roles. Obviously, she has to audition for the majority of her roles, but for some jobs, she's hired due to her previous experience. This piece of information was very helpful to me when I started looking for work because I'd never considered hiring a manager or an agent to help me with audition opportunities. I received my AA from Valencia and my BA and major at FSU. I was a theater and drama major, like you are now. My academic program was related to my interests and goals because I wanted to be a professional actor, and taking theater classes and majoring in theater were not only part of my major, but they were essential in many ways as well. Taking theater classes were fascinating and engaging. But that wasn't all. There are so many aspects of becoming an actor that one never thinks about until you really get to delve into the history and technical aspects of it all. This is what college did for me. These classes also helped me to develop my interests and strengths. My overall cost for college, tuition, and classes came up at around $36,536. When I used FAFSA, Bright Futures Scholarship, and the University Freshman Scholarships, I received $28,515. To make up the extra money, I applied for a Pell Grant, which I got. I went to Valencia Answer Center to discuss my schedule and courses with an academic planner. I did this many times over my college career so I could make sure I was going at the right pace and that I was on the right track. Going to other Valencia events and speaking to college advisors was also helpful. I spoke with advisors on the FSU campus so I wouldn't be going in unprepared. I think it's really important to speak to your college advisors, especially if you're unsure of which classes to take and when you're starting out with your career. Honestly, it doesn't seem like a lot, but a talk with your advisor could make all the difference in the world. To wrap it up, I'd like to say thank you to the dean for inviting me back to FSU, and I hope that I hope that you have gained a little wisdom from what I've said today. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Have a nice day.